Okay, today we're going to talk about first step of building a solar panel, do it yourself, and talking about what you will need. You'll need a voltmeter. Anyway, I have a digital one. You can use analogs, no big deal. You'll need tabbing wire. Even if your solar cells are tabbed, I would get some tabbing wire. And what this is just a real thin wire that has a solder cover, and when you heat it up it adheres real easily to your cell. To help that adhere, I have some flux. You can buy this with a flux pen. I just happen to have this, and to distribute it I have this little syringe here, so I can manage the flow. You'll need a soldering iron of some sort. I started off using this 30-watt soldering iron, but found that it did not get hot enough, so I'm using this 44-watt soldering iron, which has worked great. So let's talk about the solar cells themselves. I have bought mine on eBay. You can buy them untabbed and broken, which is what I ended up doing. The front is your negative, your back are your positive, these nodes, and that's where your wires are going to be attached to. You can buy them tabbed, which means they already have the wire attached, like these. I already have the wire attached. I just decided it's cheaper to get them untabbed and broken, obviously. Each of these cells, and these are 3x6 inch, each of these should be a full sun, generate 0.5 volts, and there should be around 1.8 watts each. So the first thing you want to do whenever you get these is to test to see if they are actually generating. Also, you want to be careful not to touch the face of this. As you can see, it creates fingerprints real easily. As you want to test to see if it is creating, if it's generating any voltage. So you want to just touch the line on the front and the little nodule on the back, and you can read voltmeter. I'm getting 0.1. I can find that. On the back, I was getting point. This is 0.01 volts. Okay, so this is not a good cell. So this goes over in this pile. A good cell, this one's already tabbed. If I touch the front and this back wire, you get 0.15 volts. So this would be, and this is just in the light in the garage, so this would be good. So what I've done is I've tabbed the back of each of these that are good. So I've gone through, out of the 130 or so that I received, this pile is the pile that actually are good, and as you notice, this pile is bad. So they're cheap, but that's the drawback of getting them broken, is that only, is what I found out, only a fraction of them work. Now, the length of the tabbing wire. Okay, so the first thing you do is you determine which are good and which are bad, and the way these line up is the positive back is going to connect to the negative front to create your circuit. So it's going to go like this, to where these are your positive leads, and they're going to be soldered onto the top like that of the negative top. So the tabbing wire that you connect to the back needs to be long enough to, when you attach to the back, to go the length of the top of the next cell in series. So real quickly, I'll show you how to tab. So I start in the back here, and I have my 6 tabbing areas. I'm going to take my flux, and I've already have a little bit protruding there. I'm just going to dab. That's a little bit on the border there. I'm going to dab each one with a little bit of flux. And since this is 3 inches, each cell is 3 inches when they're complete, I'm going to cut my tabbing wire to about 5 inches. It doesn't have to be exact. I need 2 of those. If I can cut that. Okay, so I have my tabbing wire. My soldering iron should be nice and hot. I'm just going to place it and hold. Rotate it a little bit. Make sure you have good contact. Melts it on there. Same with the next one. And there might just be a little bit on the edge there, but I'll try to get it anyway. You don't want to press too hard because it will break your cell. Also, you want to make sure that you're doing this on a nice flat surface, or else you'll break your cell. These are real fragile. Now, this is one of my throwaway cells, so I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. So it does take a little bit more time to tab your own. But it's another way to save some money. And there you have, and to show you again, we are at 0.02. So not good enough. This goes in this pile. So now I have my cells tabbed. What I need to do next is lay them out into my enclosure, which I will be building next.